It's a beautiful summer night. You are taking a walk through the park with your girl. You two have been through everything together, and there's only one more thing left to do. Ask her to marry you. Everything is all planned out except for one important detail, the ring. Sure, you can use gold, silver, titanium, but you want only the best for your future wife-to-be. So, what would be the best material to make your ring out of? I'm talking about elements here, no alloys or metals that have other metals in them. Out of all 114 elements on the periodic table, which element is the most rare and would make the most precious ring? A few criteria first. First, the element must be stable and non-toxic. Use of these elements in a ring may turn a wedding into a funeral very quickly. Second, the element must be malleable. This means that the element must be able to be shaped into the ring shape. Lastly, the element must exist in large enough quantities to make a ring, phrasing with a handful of dirt and promising that there is a small chance that there may be a super rare element in there may not get the yes that you are looking for. And with that, let's talk about our first element, the classic girl's best friend, the diamond. But wait, I thought we were talking about just elements. I'd never seen a diamond square on the periodic table. Well, that is because a diamond is actually just elemental carbon that has been compressed under immense pressure to form a diamond. Carbon is kind of special. Carbon likes to exist only in structures with a crystalline form. Most pure carbon is found in the form of graphite, which is found in your pencils, and diamond. Diamonds are carbon atoms that are arranged in what is called the diamond lattice. I know, very creative. This super rigid lattice is why diamonds are forever. Diamonds are one of the hardest substances on Earth. Diamonds are also known to be very expensive and the most high-class item used for wedding rings. But why is this? Why are diamonds so expensive? After all, aren't diamonds just compressed carbon, an element that is super common? Well, diamonds are as expensive as they are because of our old friend capitalism. Before 1947, diamonds were not traditionally used in wedding rings like they are today, and they were discovered in such large quantities in South Africa that diamonds were basically worthless. When N.W. Ayer & Son came up with the famous catchphrase, "Diamonds are forever," the world went crazy and diamonds were being sold at faster and faster rates. When diamond company De Beers began monopolizing the diamond industry in the mid-20th century, they made the public believe that diamond supply was low when in reality, they were extremely common. While De Beers no longer monopolizes the diamond industry, the prices of diamonds have only gone up. You may be thinking that this is it, we should just follow the mainstream and give our future wife a diamond ring. However, this is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the actual ring itself to be made out of the element. Diamonds are usually added to a gold ring as an accessory. If you had enough power to mold the diamond into a ring, the structure would shatter before it would become a ring. Let's move on. If you look at any website on the most rare materials on Earth, the element californium usually takes the top of that list. And it's true, californium is very rare and only found in very minute amounts on the Earth's soil. So how come you don't see more californium rings on the fingers of rich men and women? The simple answer is because californium is very radioactive. Remember how I said it is only found on the Earth's soil? It is only found in the Earth's soil around former nuclear test sites because californium is a main component of nuclear fallout. While the most stable isotope of californium, californium-251, has a half-life of 868 years, which is quite long for a heavy element, it emits harmful radiation that causes cancer. All around, californium has its practical uses, but it is a pretty nasty element and should be left alone in our search for the perfect ring. While there are many elements that are super rare, stable, and malleable, such as osmium and rhodium, I was not satisfied with these results and I decided to look a little deeper. I began to find that many stable isotopes of elements were much more rare than the element itself. An isotope is a particular element that differs in the number of neutrons. For example, carbon-12 is normal carbon, but carbon-14 is an isotope of carbon. Now that we know what an isotope is, let's talk about platinum. Platinum is already very rare by itself. It is sometimes considered to be more rare than gold. Platinum has 6 stable isotopes: platinum 190, 192, 194, 195, 196, and 198. The rarest of all these isotopes by far is platinum 190. Platinum 190 is stable and if found in large enough quantities, can definitely be made into a ring. However, a lot of effort must be put into mining the platinum 190 because platinum 190 only exists in 1 part per trillion in the Earth's crust. A part per billion is equal to a microgram per liter, or 0.000001 grams per liter. A part per trillion is that number divided by 1,000 again. In other words, very, very small. An estimated price of 1 gram of platinum 190 in its pure form comes out to $32 million per gram. That is equivalent to 876,966.73 grams of gold, or 62 of the finest diamonds available right now. A typical ring is around 10 grams, so you will be spending a total of $320 million on your new ring. So now that you have your fancy platinum 190 ring and your new wife, congratulations! You have just spent more than the GDP of 6 nations. Maybe you and your wife can find a nice box to live in somewhere, or maybe sell the ring and maybe just settle for a typical diamond ring.